Good morning, Ms. Brown's class. Today is January 22nd, 2021. This will be your last time that you receive instruction before taking your DLA writing assessment on Monday. And you will be taking your DLA reading assessment on Tuesday. So let's talk about some key strategies to keep in mind before you take that assessment, and then we'll get into a little bit of a review. So, when taking the writing assessment, just know that you will have to answer questions about grammar, revising and editing, and you will be writing an essay. Okay? So, on those days, make sure you get some rest the night before and get a good breakfast. If you don't get a good breakfast at home, we will be providing you food that morning. In your mind, internalize and set a goal. What grade do you want to go for, right? Do I want an 80? Do I want a 90? Do I want to go all the way for 100? Meets and masters is the goal. So if you believe it, you can achieve it. Put that in your mind that morning. When you get to the test, even the writing test, both assessments, read everything. Okay, it's very easy for someone to remember that I need to read the text to answer the reading questions. But on writing, you have a revising section to where you have to know what the entire passage is about to answer the question successfully. So be prepared that morning to read, read, read. Okay, take your time when choosing an answer. You will definitely have about two answers that are totally wrong. Scratch those out and think between the twos. And the key word is think. What did the story actually say? What did the story actually imply? What do I have evidence for that would support me choosing this answer? When it comes to your essay, brainstorm your essay topic. I know that Ms. Brown has supplied you graphic organizers with how to organize the essay. We're definitely going to put that in your OneNote, so you make sure you look at that today, okay? When you're reading, annotate the text. If you see right here, here's a snapshot of what your assessment portal will look like on OnTrack. This toolbox in the top right corner will have your highlighter. Use your highlighter not to highlight every single word, but when there's a main idea, when there's something interesting, when there's something that supplies evidence for an answer to a question that I know I have to answer, highlight it so that you know that this is something that is essential, something that's needed for my successful, correct answer. Also, you will be given dictionaries in the classroom if you are in person. But if you are a virtual student, don't worry. You will still have access to a dictionary. What you need to practice and know is that you highlight the word, just like it's right here, which you'll see the text on the assessment. Highlight the word, and these two options will appear for you. The first one is a dictionary. The second one is a picture dictionary. When you click the regular word dictionary, this is what it looks like. It gives you the definition, synonyms, which are words that mean the same, an example. And so another one is the picture dictionary. As you can see, when you click that, this is what they say the word breeze looks like. So practice those key things. On OnTrack, you have exit tickets that are available for you to practice. Okay? So let's get into the lesson. Revising and editing. Rules you can use as proof. Okay, let's talk about articles, a versus an. Key rule. If the word that I'm trying to place a or an in front of starts with a vowel, A-E-I-O-U, then I have to put an A-N in front of it. I cannot say a apple. I cannot say a egg. I have to say an apple, an egg. If it has a consonant, like they give you right here, B, C, D, F, G, J, etc., then I can place the A in front of it. So I have blank fish as a pet. The word fish begins with what letter? F. So I have to put the letter A, or do I put the word an? A is correct because it starts with a consonant. I need blank umbrella because it is raining outside. Umbrella starts with a vowel. Am I allowed to say I need a umbrella or I need an umbrella? An is the correct answer. Remember this when you're writing your essay. Articles bring in a noun, okay? It's indicating one, but I have to know the rule. If that one noun begins with a vowel, I'm going to say an. Begins with a consonant, A. Good versus well. This is just good diction. Oh, so many times you want to say, I'm a good student. I'm a well student. Does that make sense? How many of you have ever said to someone, I'm a well student? No. Good is when you're describing an object or a thing. So if I'm describing myself, I'm going to say good, right? Well is when describing a person's performance. So I'm a good student, but I did well on that test, okay? All the students did very blank on their test. Are we talking about performance or we were describing something? We're talking about a performance. So all the students did very well on their test. The next one, those cookies tasted so blank. Are we talking about the cookies' performance? Or are we talking about the cookies? The cookies tasted so good, okay? Plural rule, something to keep in mind when you're writing and when you're answering questions about revising and editing. More than one, that's what plural means. So I have an apple, I have apples. I have students, student, right? So there's no apostrophe. All you're doing is adding an S to most words when you want to make it plural. Let's talk about some rules to remember. If it ends in CH, SH, X, Z, or S, I'm not adding another S, I'm adding an ES. Okay? So I don't say wrench, I say wrenches, right? I'm going to write that with an ES at the end. I don't say trash, trashes. That's a horrible example, but it is what they say. It's SH. Box, I can't say box. I have to say boxes. So it's BOXES. Okay? If we're talking about glass, I cannot say glass with another S after those two S's. I have to say glasses. Okay? If it ends with Y, change the Y to an I before you add ES. So if I'm going to talk about glory, bad example, but that's what I'm going off the top of my head. Glorious. So I would change the Y to an I and add ES. If it ends with a V, change the V to an F and add ES. If it ends with anything else, add an S. Pick your favorite word. Pick your favorite normal word. Goal, goals. Tree, trees. Hat, hats. That's what makes it plural. I'm indicating I have more than one. So let's go back. Right. Oh, no, I don't want to do that one. Right. Couch in the plural form. Remember, it ends with CH. So I have to add what? ES. Couches. Right. Bug in the plural form. Doesn't end with a special letter. Doesn't end with Y. It's normal. Bug becomes what? Bugs. Remember that in your writing. City. Remember the rules we just talked about. It ends with a Y. What do I do to that Y? Change it to an I and add ES. CITIES. Cities. Ooh, a key one, capitalization. I know Ms. Brown has covered this with you, and you will see this on your assessment. Capitalize all parts of a proper noun. Your name, when you write it on a piece of paper, does not start with a lowercase letter. You capitalize that first letter. You make it the big uppercase, right? When you talk about a month, today is January. I would never write January with a lowercase letter. It always starts with a uppercase J. Put some respect on its name, like you put some respect on your name with a capital letter. Days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Places: DD Middle School, the Galleria, Houston, Texas. Anything that has a name that needs some respect on it, capitalize that letter. Seasons are not capitalized. Mom and dad are only capitalized when used by name. So if I'm writing in a text, today I'm going with my mom, I don't have to capitalize that. But if I'm telling my teacher my mom's name is Cindy, I'm going to capitalize the word Cindy. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry about that. So again, my mom's name is Cindy. I don't have to capitalize the word mom in the sentence, but I do have to capitalize Cindy because I'm putting some respect on her name. So that C is the big C. Which word needs to be capitalized in this sentence? John went downtown to the San Antonio Art Museum last summer with his sister. So, obviously, John, everybody is, you got to respect every human being. John. San Antonio, is that a city? You can't just, you wouldn't want nobody to disrespect Houston by lowercase in it, because that we own that. That is that. So any city like San Antonio needs to be capitalized. Art Museum. If this is the entire name of the museum, so you're just going to capitalize San Antonio Art and not museum? So museum needs to be capitalized. Summer is a season, that doesn't need to be capitalized. Downtown is an area, it's not the name of something. And sister is just like mom and dad. It's a title, but not a name. Commas in a series. When listing 3 or more items. So when you're in the hallway, where are you going? I went to the restroom, to the counselor, and to the office. That's why I'm still in the hallway. You listed 3 things you went to. So if you write that sentence out, you got to have some commas. So example, I like soccer, baseball, and volleyball. I have to put a comma after soccer. I have to put a comma after baseball and volleyball. Today, Josh ate pie, went swimming, and rode his bike. Notice these commas after every activity that he did. The first 2, ate pie and went swimming. So, which one is correct? At the store, comma, Melissa brought shoes, a jacket, 2 shirts, and a belt for school. At the store, Melissa brought shoes, a jacket, 2 shirts, and a belt for school. At the store, Melissa bought shoes, a jacket, 2 shirts, and a belt for school. At the store, Melissa bought shoes, a jacket, 2 shirts, and a belt for school. Now let's talk about answer disaggregation. There's 2 obviously incorrect answers, right? Let's look at B. Do I need to put a comma between every word? Did I say put a comma between every single word that you're going to say? No, you don't speak like that. I am not in class B. No, you don't talk like that. So B is obviously incorrect. D. At the store, Melissa bought shoes, a jacket. Does that even make sense? What is shoes, a jacket? Right? X that out, right? We're looking at A and we're looking at C. At the store, Melissa bought shoes, a jacket, 2 shirts, and a belt for school. C. At the store, Melissa bought shoes, a jacket, 2 shirts, and a belt for school, right? I want you to think for a second about what is wrong with A. That comma in between belt and for is unnecessary. She started off the sentence correct, but that comma right there is not necessary because between belt and for school, I'm not adding to the list. C is the correct answer because there's a comma after every item in the list. Oh, wait. Which is correct? Dogs are good at chasing cats, digging holes, and chewing on bones. B. Dogs are good at chasing cats, digging holes, and chewing on bones. C. Dogs are good at chasing cats, digging holes, and chewing on bones. Let's take out the answer we know is for sure not the correct answer, right? C. We don't speak like that. Chasing cats, digging holes, because every comma is a pause. Okay? Remember that. Every comma is a pause. So, because you got to breathe in your reading, commas give you pause to breathe so you can internalize that whole sentence. But we know C is the incorrect answer. What's the difference between A and B? The difference is that comma before and in A, right? So that is a part of the rules. Before you put it in front of a conjunction, which is fanboys, that's a whole nother lesson. For and nor, fanboys. For and nor, but, or, yet, so, you have to have a comma. So that's just proper grammar. And they will try to trick you like this because you're thinking, I don't normally put a comma before and, but if it's in a list, you must. A is the correct answer.